Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of our Lost Reaction series. This episode is called Tabula Rasa, which means something along the lines of an absence of knowledge. Like a clean slate, almost like when a baby's born and has no knowledge of the world and subjects initially. That. So that, or something along those lines, is what Tabula Rasa means. As always, I am joined by Jeremy.
Bonjour.
Bonjour today. Is that because there was the French at the end of last episode? Yeah, good thinking. And Tom, the man who last episode decided that Noah not only brought in the animals 2 by 2, but also the Koreans. Tom, how's it going?
If you didn't watch episode 2,
go back and watch this last.
Please watch it.
Just go back and watch that.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm looking forward to dissecting more of it.
With some time to reflect on what you thought about the last episode, how are you feeling about that mad rant?
Well, yeah, I thought more about the Noah's Ark 2 by 2 theory.
Yeah.
But I realised there was too many characters from, there was too many American characters and stuff, so it wasn't going to work. But
that's the only reason it wasn't going to work. If it wasn't for that, it would have been a spot on plan. Yeah, so real quick recap that last episode. Right, last episode we watched the second part of LAX Part 2, which is kind of the premiere. When it first came out, they were played together. We saw Jack trying to help the man that had been injured. Turned out he was a US Marshal. We saw a group of the other survivors head off into the jungle to try and get to higher ground so that Saeed could get a reception on the transmitter. On their way, they encountered a polar bear, which the man with the gun shot. Found out it was a polar bear then. Then they found out that there is a transmission already playing on the island that's been playing for 15 years. And basically saying, they're all dead, please save me, it killed everybody. So we don't know any more information about that. And then we had little other bits going on around the camp. We found out that Kate was the person who had been handcuffed.
But the majority of people think the man with the gun is now.
Yeah, man with the gun. So the reason we call him the man with the gun, if you know the show, is that I know the show very well. I've seen it through a couple of times. One of my favourite shows. Jeremy's seen it through once, has a vague memory of things, but he's kind of patchy on a lot of the details. Tom's only ever seen a couple of episodes.
So I don't know his name.
So Tom doesn't know anything. So we're not saying people's names if they've not been revealed within the show. If we miss anything, if you've got any fun trivia, we love hearing trivia about episodes, please drop them in the comments below. But don't give us spoilers because, again, Tom's not seen it. So we don't want to spoil it for him. Anyway, shall we get going?
Yes.
With episode 3.
Where are my gloves? My jacket pocket.
Of course, Jack's quite uninformed about all of this.
Yeah, he didn't get to see the flashback, unfortunately.
He didn't, did he? But I mean, as in he doesn't know that this guy's a US Marshal.
Oh, yeah, true.
Dangerous.
Oh, look.
She's dangerous.
There we go.
Knows about you now, Kate.
Well, you're so worried about me. How about you give me the clip back?
Put your gun back in your pants, Sawyer. Saeed's right. You keep
Sawyer.
walking. You're not
Sawyer. I don't mind. I quite like when a name just gets dropped a little bit, like.
Don't feel like I have to do a formal introduction, yeah.
What's this? Dude?
You're just collecting mugshots now? Lost.
Is Fiji near the Bermuda Triangle?
Oh, you're making on more theories now, are you, Tom? Did Noah sail his ark through the Bermuda Triangle?
What are you doing?
Standing guard. You heard what they said's out there.
Took my gun off me, boy?
Please, you've never even held a gun. He doesn't believe in guns. He goes on marches.
I don't go on
Give it
marches.
back to me. Yeah, give it to Al Jazeera. He'll put Al Jazeera's in there.
I'll keep the damn gun.
We should give it to her.
Well?
You think that's what she wants? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I was just wondering what kind of criminal she was. Because earlier she was like, I don't know how to use the gun.
Well, look.
And you just happened to wander onto my farm.
I like farms, too.
Know how to work one?
Yeah.
My wife died 8 months ago Wednesday.
Will you replace her?
Yeah. Hang on, what are you asking me to work?
We couldn't send out a signal because there was another signal blocking it. The other signal, we heard it. It's a distress call from a French woman. She said that the others were dead. Something had killed them all. She was alone on the island. It's been playing for 16 years, Jack.
It's like, shit.
Anything else?
Yeah, anything else?
Shot a polar bear. Who's out there?
Boo. How many of those pills you gonna use to fix him up?
As many as it takes.
Yeah. How many you got?
That's the question, isn't it? How much medication do you use on one person when it might end up being
Still back
useful to save other people
Yeah?
that maybe are savable?
Where are you?
We haven't met. I'm Kate.
Hi, Kate.
Hi.
Hurley.
I was just looking for Jack, and I thought he might be in
Yeah,
there.
no. He went to go get some medicine. Over there.
We're at a fuselage?
Yeah. In the, you know, I gotta go get that water.
It'd be good for him to get a bit of rain on.
You think?
Yeah,
Is that what you think, Dr. Tom?
it will, you know, refresh his body.
That's why they don't put roofs on hospitals.
Oh my god.
Oh, fucking hell. I'll kill you.
Yeah, I might shoot
You are Dr. Tom.
you. Told you, yeah.
You needed some
Strained himself
rainwater.
Too much.
You needed some, if he had rainwater on his head, he'd have been okay.
Can't you put him out of his misery?
I saw your mugshot, Kate. I am not a murderer.
Busted.
How long have you known?
A couple of days. I saw your picture in the post office. I guess they knew you were down under.
Why?
Reward's $23,000. I told you when I met you. I got a hell of a mortgage.
There he is.
It's like I was a bounty.
Like gun fingers out.
Bang! He's just Cactus
Got
Jack.
you now, girl.
Yeah. I mean, you know, gun first. Shoot first, ask questions later.
American way.
Tom doesn't speak for all of us.
I'm gonna do everything I can to find it.
No, you
Yeah, Walt, I will.
don't care about Vincent.
I'm gonna get your dog back as soon as it stops raining. Hey, listen to me. I'm gonna get your dog back.
Hop to it, Dad.
Yeah.
Chop, chop, mate. Oh dear.
Like, what do you do in that situation? Like, I don't know.
What, when you got somebody who's like that?
Yeah. Do you just let them die off, or you know, if you do think it's that dire, do you kill them? But then, how do you do it?
Yeah. It's the question, isn't it? You know, like we say, you can't spend. It's not a good idea to use all of your supplies.
Bounty hunter.
That's cool. That's what I do to the lady.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does it work?
Not yet. Usually they drive off pretty fast.
Oh, you do it in the car? Okay. Wow, creepy.
Why don't you just pull him over?
Yeah, I know.
I was going to do it to them.
Yeah, what's he toying with him? Oh.
Oh my god.
Fuck me. Oh god. This has escalated.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's a white collar crime anymore. She's done something worse. Maybe she killed her husband or something. Partner.
You can see that's good in her because obviously I know she caused that accident, so pretty much caused them to be in this situation. But
Yeah. Or is it that, she doesn't want... Oh, there's the arm.
so I've got an image of her beating him with it.
Or is it that she just doesn't want, to be blamed for the death of someone?
Classic Stockholm sound there.
Would have been better if she'd put him in the road.
Oh.
Hey, Kate. Let her in there alone? What's she gonna do? 120 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, but she's got that gun.
Oh.
What?
She's strapped, man. I saw it in her. Kate.
Bang.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't realise.
You were right.
Something had to be done.
Oh, God.
No, no, you didn't even do it right.
Why would you...
Why not shoot him in the head?
Shoot him in the head? Don't shoot him in the chest.
You shot him in the chest? You perforated his lung.
God.
It'll take hours to bleed out.
We have to beat him to death with the end of it now. Just smother him.
Just made his last few minutes miserable.
Good job, Sawyer.
Oh, he still has a fag.
It's a bit crooked.
He'll be alright.
He's thrown away another one.
Why?
Why would you not go
There
for
was
the
a
head?
fire. You can clearly see the fire flickering. You could just light up a fire.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. Add that to the list of conspiracy things.
No, he's done. I think Jack's.
Oh, Jack smothered him.
Yeah, as we'll say, yeah, Jack's just clearly put him out his misery, isn't he?
Yeah.
There you go.
Dog whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Big mistake if it attracts polar bears as well.
Shit, you made a polar bear whistle lock.
There it is.
There you go. There's Vincent.
I wonder what the dog's been eating the last few days.
I found your son's dog.
What?
Vincent? I tethered him to a tree just over there. I thought that you should be the one to bring his dog back to him.
I want to tell you what I did.
I don't want to know. It doesn't matter, Kate. Who we were. What we did before this, before the crash. 3 days ago, we all died.
It's true.
We should all be able to start over.
Oh yeah, Hurley's got his headphones on. So much sound.
I'm actually surprised there's so many people wearing shoes on the beach
Yeah.
and not just having them put somewhere for when they need to go in the jungle.
But there's a lot of bits of metal around
Yeah, that's
and the
true.
sand
Yeah,
and
a lot of
stuff.
shrapnel and stuff. Yeah, that's a good point.
He's just had a hell of a night. Just killed a guy wrong. It's Vincent.
Got to run where I wanted to.
German
Back on
freedom.
the lead.
He's loving it. Right. Okay, so that was episode 3 of Lost, Tabula Rasa. We'll be back in a moment to have a chat about the episode. Okay, so that was episode 3, Tabula Rasa. Finished on a somewhat ominous shot of Mr. Locke.
That's probably the only note I've made.
I saw you lean in like...
Yeah, because I'd only made notes of like just the characters' names when they've been announced. So we had Sawyer, Son and Locke. But it was the fact that there was just like a real happy montage at the end there of,
Yeah.
you know, and a bit of bonding between people, like you said, like Saeed giving the apple to Sawyer, and then you saw the happy moment of Walt and his dad and the dog.
And we saw the Korean husband looking after checking sure his wife was okay.
And then that sinister Lost music come on as it went on to Locke. And
the camera.
When it was behind him before that music hit, I thought it was going to pan round to him like kind of smiling. Because he's created that happy moment. But it wasn't like that. And
No, it was more. It became a sinister moment, didn't it?
Yeah, and that was obviously with the music in the background that started playing.
Yeah. So, before we really go into any more details about it, what do we think about the episode? Did you guys enjoy the episode?
Oh yeah, really enjoyed it.
Definitely. Yeah, it was interesting to find out more about Kate. Like you said about the flashbacks. All the flashbacks before this one on the first 2 episodes were just in the plane. Yeah. And now we got flashbacks that are before the accident.
I like how they don't just jump in automatically. They could have easily given away what Kate had done, but they're still it's
teasing
still
it
slow.
out. They're still teasing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
and we saw a lot of little hints there to the whole episode was very much about a fresh start. Like the farmer even said, I noted it down. He even said everyone deserves a fresh start earlier on when he didn't know what had happened. You know, so it was all based around that idea of starting fresh and people having a new start. So okay, so let's talk a little bit about a few characters. What are you thinking about Kate now, Tom? We were super Kate focused there. What do you think about her? Who is Kate?
Obviously, before I thought maybe she was just a white collar criminal, because she's not. Even still, like, I don't think she's that bad on the island, at least. Maybe beforehand she was bad, but I don't think she's too bad. But there's obviously something.
Okay, so something there. What do you think? What do you think her crime might be?
Did say earlier. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think she would have been in an abusive relationship and then acting out. I don't know what it could be, to be honest.
Okay.
Maybe.
You need more information. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything really. I can't tell you.
You can't tell yet.
I can't even remember.
You can't even remember. Okay.
No, I can't remember what Kate did.
So, how about Sawyer? I would say that if this was anybody else's episode other than Kate, it was a bit of I would say Sawyer was in there. Jack's always a presence, but Sawyer was definitely a presence in this episode. We got to see the fact that he's a bit of an opportunist. He was on the bit of the plane that was still intact with all the dead bodies. Jack's on there looking for meds. He's on there collecting alcohol, cigarettes, Playboys apparently. anything that he can get use of.
Enjoy, yeah.
Who do you think this guy is?
I don't think he's as bad as he made out to be at the start, you know.
You think he's playing the bad boy a bit?
Yeah, like, you know, he shot that guy, and when he realised he'd done it wrong, he was really struggling. He wasn't like, oh well, he's going to die. Like, he's going to bleed out. He was like... So I think, you know, he's a bit frustrated at the situation, so he was acting out a bit.
Yeah. So you think he's playing the tougher guy than maybe he is?
Yeah, I think he's reasonably tough, but maybe not as tough as he thinks.
Cool. Anything you want to... I mean, what's your memory like of characters like Sawyer?
Sawyer, like I said, him and Locke were my two favourite characters.
Do you remember many details about who he actually is, or do you just remember that you liked him as a character?
I liked him as a character. I can't remember the details. I can't remember him being bad previously.
Yeah.
I think he's just kind of that sort of
bad boy
character. Sort of bad boy. Don't give a crap about a lot of stuff, but cares about the things that are important.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one thing we should have mentioned about Kate, of course, whilst we were talking about her, is the fact that she asked the US Marshal to make her a promise, and then we eventually found out what the promise was. That she wanted him to promise that he would make sure that the farmer got his $23,000. So even though he'd sold her out, she wanted him to have the money.
Although she did cause the accident, which pretty much messed the farmer up, but she did rescue him from that, which she didn't have to do.
Yeah.
And also, if you remember back to episode 2, when in the flashback of the plane, she did actually put the oxygen mask on the marshal who was knocked out, which she didn't have to do as well.
Yeah, exactly. She could very easily have left him there.
Yeah.
So so there's lots of little threads for people starting to... Okay, one more character. We're not going to break everybody down. What are you thinking about Mr. Locke at this point? You know, again, we got some interesting points with him there that spent this time making this dog whistle. Walt's dad seemed a bit he was very questioning about the fact that Walt had been spending time with Locke, and Locke said that miracles happened on the island. That's what he had told him. That was the secret, or at least that was some of the secret. And then he obviously made the dog whistle to help Michael, but then we got that ominous ending.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it was a bit strange.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. I mean, I don't think he's.
Go on.
Don't think he's into kids.
Right,
I think he's enjoying helping kids.
You laugh. That definitely feels like part of what they're getting at. Like there definitely feels like there's a is this guy a child molester kind of like undertone.
I did think that.
Definitely, and it's felt like that for a few episodes.
And I felt like his dad may have thought the same thing.
Definitely, yeah. I think that was what. I think that's what they're going for, like that, you know, not saying whoever this character is. I mean, you're probably thinking he probably isn't a child molester because we've both said he's one of our favourite characters. So I think that would say more about us than him. But yeah, no, they're definitely going for that creepy.
I feel like,
you know, molester thing.
He's either, like I said earlier in episode 1, I think, you know, there's some sort of cult. Maybe it's last episode. Anyway, some sort of cult that have made this happen. I think he might be part of it.
Wasn't Noah then?
Wasn't Noah.
No, it wasn't Noah this time. And, you know, I reckon he might have been to this island before.
Okay.
Which is why he's got the scar.
Yeah.
Because the scar could have come from the crash, but we'll have to see in a future flashback, I guess.
Yeah. So any other mad ideas for you for... Other than the cult thing, anything else you're thinking could be... What's the big picture, Tom? What's the big picture? What's going on here? Has this fed any more like fuel onto the fire about what you believe?
Well, obviously Jack said we all died 3 days ago.
Okay.
So this was something... I might have said it before we even filmed the first one, where I was like, what if they're all just on the hospital bed and somehow they're all sharing this one mad dream?
Okay.
Whilst they're in a coma.
So you think that was like a bit of you think he said it as a throwaway thing about that 3 days ago we all died, as in people think we're dead, as in we died, as in we're not the people we were anymore. You're thinking it's more foreshadowing and actually maybe they are on death's door.
Yeah, and they're just having some mad dream
Fever
where they're
dream.
all in it.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, we're not going to give you any. We're not going to give you any more information about that. Obviously, we've got an idea, Sawyer, as well, that he can be quite a manipulator of a situation, like, you know, the way he plays people a little bit. But then Kate's the same. Like, they've both got like manipulative thread. They can play people to get what they want without necessarily saying the things that they have to say.
Yeah, I don't really think. Maybe she had the gun, but I don't really think she thought about shooting Matey. But then when he said it, she was like, yeah, it's a good idea. Like,
yeah, she hasn't got the gun now, even though there's no more bullets left.
No, exactly. So anything else we want to say about Tabula Rasa at this point?
No, liked it, enjoyed it.
Good episode.
Looking forward to the next one.
So we will be back very soon, looking at Walkabout episode 4 of Lost. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to head over to allmaverick.com where you can check out our videos, our blogs, our podcasts. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, drop a comment below, let us know any favourite moments of your own about this episode. If you've got any fun trivia about the episode, as I always say, please don't put spoilers down there because Tom, never seen Lost, Jeremy doesn't really remember it very well. So let's not ruin any of it, unless you want to put a few little bits of bullshit to confuse Tom in there. That's always.
We keep saying we do read the comments.
We do read the comments.
Yeah.
We always read the comments.
We don't get many comments. That's why we do read them.
Exactly. If you
maybe in the future, if we are more popular and we are getting lots more,
then
we might not
we'll ignore you.
But...
No, we always love reading the comments. So please, if you enjoy it, please leave a comment. It's hugely appreciated. And right, let's get ready for episode 4, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.